Now.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the first summer 2026 Petrian debate. Today, you will be asked a series of 4 questions in which you have 2 minutes to respond to. After that, you may have 1 question to direct to any member. Remember, only 1 question. All questions will have a 2-minute answer time. If anyone raises any rebuttals, or if anyone would like a fact check, please state so, but don't, interrupt. The first order will be Raging Tank, Wallace, Marfico, and then Diamond. The first question is, why should a Petrian vote for your party? Raging Tank, you have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Oh, do I come to the stand or I just...
Oh, you just speak there. Just speak there. That's fine.
All right. The NCF is dedicated to reforms of the economic, judicial, constitutional, and administration roles. Our goal is to not just make reforms for the sake of making reforms, is to make Petria a stronger, more stable, and more efficient nation. We have detailed economic plans. We have the most detailed plans of any single party. In fact, this shows that we do not just focus on how things will happen, but the effects of them too. And this furthermore shows that we have actual detailed plans on the effects of what we are planning to implement. So that means that we aren't just going on copium to say, oh, I hope this happens because it'll make my party look better. No. We are going based on the effects. And that is why the NCF is so effective. We have detailed plans for building up stock market, creating sub-administrations, administrational reforms to stabilize our nation, which, by the way, may I state that by the end of today, there will be another document posted on planned NCF administration and constitutional reforms that we wish to implement, all of which lead to one thing: anti-corruption and reforming the administration so it's more stable in the long term. Petria is a better nation. Vote NCF, vote Petria.
Okay, that is your 2 minutes up. Thank you for speaking. The next is Wallace. Your 2 minutes starts
Now.
Hold up. No, not now. Hold up. I'm just getting it lined up at the minute.
Okay,
Your 2
wait.
minutes
What's
starts.
There we go.
So why should a Petrian vote for your party? Your 2 minutes start now.
Petrians should vote for my party because we want to make Petria a more democratic and stable nation. We at the PPFR want to create electorates which will basically work as how the Australian electorates work. We also want to create hold up. I forgot the word. Oh no. Preferential voting system. This will allow people to have a better say in who they are voting for. E.g., they can vote 1 NCF and 2 PPFR for the electorates, so that this would be a hand-in-hand reform. And also, we at the PPFR want to curb the domestic terrorism by creating a reserve army for Petria, which would act as a citizens' militia as well. And we will promise to uphold our relations with nuclear, but if they overstep, then we will make sure to let them know where they are overstepping. And we promise to keep good relations with everyone else as well. Vote the Petrian Party for Reform. Long live Petria.
Okay. Are you finished?
Yep.
Okay. Great. Hold up. My Minecraft's frozen. There we go. Okay. Okay. Marfico. The topic is, why should Petrians vote for your party? You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So, the reason why patrons should vote for the SPP is because, first of all, our core goal is to develop the mining lands alongside the mainland. This includes, we want that new players have access to resources so they can build bases and improve cities and build in new cities. So we want to build a new farm in Agoston, and which in this farm will include wheat, carrots, potatoes, everything. And this should be a redstone farm. So we will make sure that the needs of everyone are satisfied. Oh, and in our domestic policy, we want also develop the infrastructure like the national railway and the central station, because in the mining lands in the cities like Christown, in Shroomland, these are not very well developed. Oh, and also why you should vote the SPP is because of 2 new ideas. Regarding national security, the SPP wants to build a border wall on the entire border of Petria. The reason because I made this decision is because the past war showed that in case of defense, we need a strong defense that the enemies cannot penetrate. And this will also be a huge monumental build for our empire. And the second idea is a creation of a new ministry called Ministry of the Inquisition. The reason for this institution is because I want to uphold the Catholic morals of our nation, and we should have an institution that enforces them. And also there is a problem that non-Catholics are building on our land. And yeah, this should be a concern of this new ministry.
Okay.
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, thank you.
Camo, can I just
Yeah.
put in a little note with the with the part about players gonna be able to get resources easier? We already own 2 out of the 3 major mining lands.
Wallace. Keep this for the end. You can ask questions later. A specific question.
Yeah.
Diamond, if you speak in the next 10 seconds. Okay, no, he's not. Okay.
He's not here.
I'll just mark Diamond as 0, 0. Right now, I'm scoring out of 20. 10 for matter, 10 for method. Points are pretty even right now. No one's winning. No one's winning, but no one's losing. Okay. We're on to the second question. The order will go the same order. I think we're fine with that. If anyone has any objections, the question is: what will your party deliver for the everyday Petrian? Raging Tank, your time starts now.
Our party is focused on reforming both the economic and developmental systems of Petria. We are open to expanding plots to make cities bigger and allow for more players to build on them. And then one of the most important things is we are focused on bringing in new players and keeping them in the server. We have major reforms in mind and detailed on how and the effects of which we will bring new players and keep them in Petria. And this will all be done to be able to strengthen our empire and to make sure that more people stay within it. On top of that, developmental reforms will be the expansion of railway lines, which can bring people throughout the empire to different areas. And on top of that, one of our most consequential and biggest reforms is creating an economic system open to all. The stock market will allow for new and old players to show their ideas on how they can reform the economy and start their own businesses, and will allow them to gain trust from investors and start their own business. This is pointed at new businesses as they don't have the funds or capital needed already, and this is what can give them that. So it is so important to the Petrian people that they vote the NCF to have developmental, economic, and new player reforms in order to strengthen Petria and develop our nation, and most importantly, become an economic superpower.
Are we finished? Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Great. Thank you for speaking. I'll just reinstate. Wallace, your question is, let me just get the exact wording. What will your party offer for the everyday Petrian? Your time starts now.
Okay, so the Petrian Party for Reform will offer the everyday Petrian citizen a public farm for every single non-dormant city. This will allow players to more easily get resources they need for shops, buildings, and other essentials. This will also help new players get started up. We will also abolish the Petrian peso, as it now serves no purpose, but for anyone who has a Petrian peso, we will offer refunds if they own it still. That's about all.
That's it. Alright. I'm
Short
just
and
going to finish
easy.
marking that. Sorry, hold up. That's that. And then adding that. Sorry. Okay. Marfico, just once again, your question is, what will your party offer for the everyday Petrian citizen? Your time starts now.
Yes, so the average patron should vote for the SPP because, like I said before, we will develop the infrastructure, the railways, and this will benefit everyone who moves across the empire. And on top, the economy. Our economy is based on the Catholic social teaching. So we are against that. The economy should only serve the capital. So we want this central farming land in Agoston where the players can go and get resources that they need to build their bases and to build cities. And on top, oh god, I forgot my point. I'm sorry.
That's all good. You finish now? Okay. Once again, I'll give Diamond 15 seconds to speak. Doesn't look like he's going to speak.
You should probably just rule out Diamond. He hasn't joined the VC.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird if he joined midway through.
He might. You never know. I'm just tallying up the points. Okay. So, you guys, I will offer you a choice. We can either do 2 questions now and then finishing questions, or we could do 1 more question and then we allow more time for finishing questions. That would allow a response as well.
I think the second option. I
Could
believe
you
that we.
repeat the second option, please?
So it is either I give you 2 more questions just like that, and then you'll get to ask 1 question, or we go straight to the questioning, and the person asking the question will get to ask a backup question. So like a rebuttal almost.
Yeah, the second one. That sounds more
I think
fun.
you're fine with the second.
Also the second, yes.
Alright. So I think let me just set up the page. Raging Tank, I'll put you first. Who would you like to ask your question to, besides Diamond Doggo?
Question correct.
For who? Sorry.
We only get one question in total, correct? Or do we get?
You only get what? You only get one question. Yes.
Okay, I would like to direct my question at the PPFR.
So Wallace, okay. And okay. To ask you a question, Wallace, you'll get 30 seconds to think. You'll get 2 minutes. Raging, you'll get to ask a follow-up rebuttal if you'd like. And then Wallace, you'll get another 2 minutes to answer that.
Okay.
Raging, what is your question towards Wallace? Try
My
not to make it that long.
Okay. My question is, how can you implement your wanted constitutional reforms to, quote, stabilize and promote more democratic systems in Petria while there are so many administration reforms that we can make, such as the creation of a 2/3 majority to oust the prime minister, or a beneficial, or the creation of a system where when voting out the prime minister, you also have to implement who the next prime minister is. That will bring forward more political stability, more so rather than your reforms that you are wanting to implement.
Okay. Obviously that was a pretty good question. I have made it a little shorter. Raging, if you don't like this, feel free to reword it. Is this fine? How can you implement your wanted constitutional reforms when they have been voted down frequently in terms of stability?
No, my question was if we are not doing administration reforms first.
Jack,
Okay.
I'm on call right now.
So, how can you implement your wanted constitutional reforms if we cannot do administrational reforms first?
I'm in a debate,
Correct.
Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Wallace, you have 30 seconds.
you can debate in chat. Okay.
Wallace.
Yes.
Because I really need sleep. If you wake me up, I will be disconnecting that computer.
He's muted.
Yeah, he is muted. Oh, apparently his brother is talking. Okay, I'll give him a
All right,
little
we'll
time.
give him a second. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just
My
say.
brother's not talking.
1 second. Yeah, 1 second. I will just say, for the very sake of things, if we could ask like one person one question and so on. So Wallace, before we get the question, who did you want to ask your question to?
Well, ideally it would have been Diamond, but Mafiko.
Okay, and Mafiko, who did you want to ask your question to?
I would ask my question to Tank.
Okay, yeah, that's good because then everyone gets one question. Okay, so Wallace, you have 2 minutes on the clock, and then after that raging tank, you all get to rebut, and then Wallace, you have another 2 minutes. Your exact question is, how can you implement your wanted constitutional reforms if we do not do administrational reforms first? You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
So, with the constitutional reforms, while yes, it would make it more stable for administrative reforms first, it does not solve the problem of downsizing the oversized parliament and also what? Yeah. And sorry, as I was saying, oh no, now I've lost my thought.
Take your time. I'll let extra time. If you'd like to restart, I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah, can we restart, please?
All right.
My
2
family
minutes.
keeps on interrupting. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
That's all right.
Your question is, how can you implement your wanted constitutional reforms if we do not do administrational reforms first? You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, so while it would be more stable for administrative reforms first, the reason why I want to push through the electoral reforms and preferential voting first is because it would allow for the democracy to become more competitive more quickly, and it would also mean that Parliament would be downsized and represent the people better, which would make the process more stable than how it is currently. And I also want to introduce a bicameral system, which would mean the prime ministers and parties can't just introduce their own bills without them being checked first. This will make it so all bills will be in the common Petrian citizens' benefits.
Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. So just one thing, very quickly, I might add. So I've marked the first 2 questions. You've been marked out of 20, and then these 2 questions you'll be marked out of 20, and then 20, like 10, and then 10, respectively.
Okay.
Okay. Raging. Let me just fill in this. Hold up, 1 second.
That's fine. Just tell me when I can start.
And then, so I'm have to do addition across pages. Okay. Raging. If you would like to state your rebuttal, try to make it a little less long though, if you can.
I will try and make my best to simplify as much as possible. So
Thank
the
you.
problem with the PPFR, am I allowed to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
You have unlimited time, but just try to make it.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and keep it as fast as possible based on my notes. So what you claimed was that we had an oversized parliament, but what you want to do instead is to create a new system for it. It just doesn't make sense. And then furthermore, you say that you want to have constitutional reforms first, but that doesn't make any sense because those constitutional reforms that you are asking are for the election, not for the current system. So it would make a lot more sense to do the administration reforms first if you're going to do the rest, because it will stabilize the government in the time between now and the next election. So that's the whole issue with that. And then finally, your new system will make it extremely hard to pass bills, as it will first have to go through Parliament, the Prime Minister, then through your new House of Lords that you asked for,
Like,
and
can
then
I
the
say
government.
something real quick?
Yes.
It won't go through the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister votes with the people in the lower house. It'll go just directly to the Senate next, and then the...
I'm saying like all the roles that's going through first.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have to go through 3 different systems. But the main issue with that is that it would create an unstable government because reforms would be so much harder to pass. It really doesn't make much sense on why it is needed.
Right. I'm not going to repeat that. Seems like Wallace. If you don't understand, Wallace, time speaks now. Do you understand what he's saying?
Yes, I am understanding what he's saying.
You have 2 minutes. Time starts now.
Okay, so with the with the reforms, I honestly I agree with you. I don't know what to say. But with the Senate, at least, what it will do is, as I have said before, it will stop a lot of unnecessary bills getting passed quickly, and it will also make it so bills are more to the interests of the people, because Senates will usually have different parties compared to what the ruling party is, so it will allow more discourse in between parties and make, bills more relevant for all Petrians.
Yep. Are we done?
Yep.
Alright. So, I've got your marking down, Wallace. Wallace, you're fully done with marking. You have your question to Marfito. Again, please, as you just thought, try to make your rebuttal like your question as basically as short as possible.
Yep.
Alright. Well, Mafiko, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Wallace, question?
Now,
Yep, go ahead.
Mafiko, why don't you support the banning of lobbying compared to every other party that currently exists?
Okay, Mafiko, you have 30 seconds to think. Your question is, why don't you support the banning of lobbying with the three other parties supporting the ban? Just to state again, your question
Yes.
is, why don't you support the banning of lobbying with the three other major parties supporting the ban? You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, so the reason because the SSP is against the banning of lobbying is because, first of all, I think that this wouldn't work. You can't implement this prohibition because the players would still do private interactions with each other and would make deals by their own without a formal institution. So even if NUPEC is formally banned, I think this would not help solve the problem of lobbying. And the second one, I personally do not consider lobbying a problem because I think that this improves the relationship with our ally nuclear. And it also helps the players to have more interaction with other players. So we basically this means that we have international allies and communication between the players of all nations, and this is a good thing in my opinion. Yes. I finished.
Alright, you're finished. Wallace, your rebuttal. You can try to make it as short as possible.
Okay, so my rebuttal is the Foreign Affairs institution would be granted permissions to search the mod logs to see if anyone has been doing any unsavory business. So it is indeed possible, very possible in fact, to find out who's been doing deals. Even on Discord, it's still mildly possible.
I will just say, I will give a point to that, Wallace, just so your rebuttal isn't shut down pretty much. Right now, all of the new pack dealing has been done on Discord. There's only been one instance on Minecraft chat. So, if you wanted to edit that, or are we fine with that?
Can't mods also check shulkers and stuff like that, shulker boxes and
They can, but
because that can be used as evidence.
okay. So his rebuttal is why can't his rebuttal is it can be regulated and it can be caught with lobbying because the Foreign Affairs Ministry can work with staff, lieutenant governors, etc. To figure out if someone's received funding. Your response, 2 minutes, starts now.
Yes, I would say that, like you said, the most interactions of NUPEC are per Discord, and of course the Foreign Affairs Ministry can't control private chats on Discord. I mean, this is not possible. And in Minecraft, when someone receives diamonds, I mean, how does the ministry know that you received these diamonds from NUPEC? You could have earned otherwise the diamonds. So they will not get 100% proof that you are caught by lobbying. Yeah, this would be my rebuttal.
Yep. Okay. I'm just writing that pointing down. Okay. So, Marfico, you have been written down. Your scores are finalised. You have one question to Raging Tank, representing the National Conservative Front. What would your question be?
Yes, my question would be, how are you gonna improve our foreign relationships with our Christian nation, especially with nuclear?
That's your question.
Yes.
So-
Raging, you have 30 seconds just so I can also write it down.
So how I'm playing in the rest of the NCF has already
Raging, 1 second. I'm just writing this down.
Okay, that's fine. I apologize.
All good.
So our plan. Am I good to start?
Hold up 1 second.
Okay, just tell me.
Okay. Your 2 minutes starts. Oh, I'll just repeat the question. The question was, how are you going to improve our foreign relations with other nations? Your time starts now.
So our plan to improve foreign relations with other nations is to work in full cooperation with them. It is to open up our nation to businesses outside, such as our stock market will allow for foreign businesses to operate for just a small increase in fees. And this will benefit the Petrian people and both the people and citizens of other nations. Another key thing to take in mind is how we will work in cooperation in policing efforts with the nuclear government and other organizations. And this will allow for communication to be widespread and for us to have shared common goals in our operational integrity. And then finally, we will work with them in building international railway lines and other international developmental projects in order to benefit the server as a whole and to show that Petria is a nation that is worth having as a key ally. That is my response.
Mhm.
Thank you for your response. Marfico, if you would like to rebuttal.
Yes, I would first of all to the creating businesses in the other nations. I would say that this does not benefit every patron because only a few patrons have businesses. And I would also ask another question. And you said you want to improve communication, but how are you gonna do this when you said that you are against NUPEC, an institution that communicates with the citizens of Petria?
Am I good to respond?
Yep, you're able to respond now.
Okay, so my first response is to your claim that the stock market would only affect business owners in Petria. Well, that's just totally not true, as it brings in companies to work within Petria, and what will end up happening is Petria becomes an economic hub. And this will bring in more money into the nation for not just business owners, but for everyone in general, lowering general cost for materials and everything else, so it is a lot easier to build such projects. And then regarding my planned communication, it is clear that we cannot communicate with improper channels such as NUPAC. How we plan to agree to communicate with different nations is through 100% official lines, through the governors and through our embassies. And that is why it's so key to have embassies. What you are planning on doing is basically removing the purpose of embassies to begin with, and they will no longer be needed. But it is clear that we need embassies to make sure that Petria is stable and that we work together in cooperation with our allies to make the server better as a whole. These embassies will continue to operate and grow in strength to actually fit their roles, unlike how they are now.
Okay. Great. There is a slight problem. There is currently a tie. So 2 people are tied on points. So What I'm just going to do is I'm going to ask just one more general question, like I did at the start. And then in this question, if there is a tie, I will slightly increase one person's response if I think they did better than the other, just so we're not having a tie.
Okay.
Is that fine with everyone? Unless
Yes,
Wait,
it
Yes.
is.
maybe the
Yes.
person who isn't doing it should be the one who, like, maybe votes.
no, it's fine.
That'd be
Okay,
mostly impartial, right?
it's no, because why would it be
Wait,
impartial?
who are the people?
I'm not revealing the people until I'm not going to reveal. I agreed at the start. I wouldn't reveal until second.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have all your points currently coded up. I'm just going to think of a question so you have just some time. Okay, I'll ask this question then. A lot of the questions being asked, 2 out of 3 in the rebuttals, was about foreign relations. So this is the question. How much, if you're elected and you have control of foreign relations, so I don't know how the Petrian foreign relations system works. Okay, if hypothetically you were in charge of foreign relations, how much would you value the foreign relations compared to Petria? Like other things in Petria. So how much do you value foreign relations compared to other things in Petria? I'll give everyone 30 seconds, and then we'll go in reverse order in the start. It's my Fico Wallace raging.
Okay.
So just to be exact, the question is how much do you care about foreign relations compared to other Petrian issues?
Can you restate the question one more time, please? Verbatim.
Yep. I'm just writing it down. Okay. The exact topic is how much do you value foreign relations compared to other Petrian issues?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Marfico, you're first. Ready when you are. 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay,
So I would. Okay, I
Yep,
would
time
say
starts
that. Okay, so I would say that foreign policy is very important to the SPP, but I would say that the core of the sovereignist party of Petria is the domestic policy, like the national development of cities and infrastructure. I would say that this is more important for my party, yes.
Okay. Let me just mark that 1 second. Apologies. Okay, Wallace. 2 minutes. How much do you value foreign relations compared to other Petrian issues? Your time starts now.
With foreign affairs, we want to make sure that Petria does not land in another St. John's War, but we will also put our foot down if necessary. But compared to domestic issues, we do not value foreign issues as much because of the fact that our domestic issues are definitely more important for the Petrian citizen.
Yep, are we finished?
Yep.
Okay, Raging, your time starts now.
The government's first responsibility is to Petria and its citizens. Our foreign policy is important because it protects Petria's interests. The fact of the matter is that a lot of our domestic policies will also benefit our foreign policy. A stronger domestic foundation creates a stronger foreign policy. And it's important to note that the NCF believes that our alliances should benefit Petria, but not dictate our decisions. and that is key in our decisions. That is key in our policy. We support stronger alliances while maintaining our independence with our cooperation with other nations, and this will allow for cooperation to prosper as Petria will also prosper.
Okay. So, I will sign this book now.
Oh, here we have a guest. Hi, Glitch.
Hello. Hey
Hi.
guys. Tank.
We
Wallace,
you just missed the whole thing. You missed the debate. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have it
No,
recorded and I'll put it on my YouTube.
You haven't. Okay, Wallace. Okay.
Okay, wait, were you guys
I would-
on for the entire night?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I guess
I
not.
just
Okay.
woke
night
Wait.
for
Hold
Wallace.
up. I will like to give the results. I, as a non-Petrian citizen, have marched to the full of my unbiased and willingness to give the truth to the Petrian people on who they should vote for. If you think there's any issue with this, I'm happy to talk and I'm happy to, give reasons why I gave you the score. Ultimately, the score was very close. I will not be revealing. Well, Diamond Doggo came last with 0 points. Out of 70, there was only a 1 point gap between first and second, and then a 6 point gap between second and third. I would like to reveal the winner of this debate was, drumroll please, Raging Tank from the NCF.
Good job, Tank.
Thank you.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
everyone.
What I'll do is I'll just make some copies of this book, and I'll give 1 copy to each of you. Hold up.
Since I'm recording it, do you want me to open it after you've said the results? For
Yes,
dramatic
please.
effect. Yeah.
I just need to grab the crafting table. Oh wait, no. Actually, I can't give out this book because this book contains my scoring. Okay.
Yeah.
This will remain locked in a vault. I will give this book to the winner of the Petrian election, and they will be able to keep this book forever. Make copies of it, whatever they would like to do. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's been a great debate. It was a pretty close debate. Definitely before the rebuttals, it was very close. During the rebuttals, one person drifted off a bit, but only by 5 points. So it is not that much. You know what? I will give you guys the book. I am kind enough to give you guys the book. I'll retract my statement of giving it to the winner. I just feel that you guys should get the book. You're going to get it eventually. Crafting table. You guys each have an original copy of the book, so an original copy of the copy. This is something that no one else will have. So, Raging Tank, Cool Boys, and Marfika.
Thank you.
So, I will just clarify very quickly. Matter is what you actually said, your points, what you actually delivered, and then your method was how you said you were going to do that thing. So, for example, if I said I want to give every Petrian 100 Petrian pesos, that would be the manner. And then I would say, by doing this, I would mail it all, and then everyone who was active over this amount of hours would get those diamonds. That would be method because it's how you're doing it. Total is out of 70. If anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Alright, should I check?
Go ahead.
Alright. Let's see.
Wallace, your CB, Raging Tank, your RT, Marfico, your MF, and
Yes.
Diamond's
Wait, I
DB.
apologize, I was muted. If we go to page 6, there is a little bit of an inconsistency with the scoring. I get 5 for manner and 5 for method, but my total is only 9.
Yes, that is an inconsistency. Scoring doesn't change, you still the win though.
Okay.
That is my issue. My apologies.
That's fine.
Raging Tank by 2 points then. I believe this is out of 70. 20, 20, 10, and then 5. Oh, no, this is out of... out of 60, I believe.
Do you
Yeah.
think I should stop recording now?
Yeah, I think we're on.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. God bless.
God bless.